Hello everyone and welcome to the first 2021 edition of This Month in History. I'm Alexandra Schneider. Thank you for tuning in, for joining me today for some January stories. Now, as some of you may know, the month of January is named for the Roman god Janus, a two-faced deity. He literally has two faces who looks in two directions, making him an appropriate god of beginnings and ends, changes and transition. So with that in mind, and with some much needed change hopefully around the corner this year, today's episode highlights some stories of change in the Lake Forest, Lake Bluff community. The first comes in 1920 when Monahan Chocolate Shop was changing owners. The shop was purchased by Chaucer Westerbrook, who until that time had been working as a clerk at Kraft's Drug Store, both before and after serving overseas during the First World War. Edward Monahan, who had founded the chocolate shop in 1904 on Western Avenue, had decided, upon the advice of his doctor, to sell his shop and move for warmer climates. He and his wife were heading to California to set up a new chocolate shop in Los Angeles. And in 1930, Ralph Jones, the head coach of Lake Forest Academy and a nationally known prep school athletics leader, resigned to take up post as head coach of the Chicago Bears. He was reportedly offered a salary of $12,000 a year, which is about $185,000 in today's money, so decent offer. Known for his strict approach to instruction, Jones had planned to institute a complete training system for the Bears. However, he left behind a very impressive track record of 82-4 at Lake Forest Academy, many games of which had actually been played against university teams. Next up, in 1939, while this may seem like a given today, hot lunches for students was a relatively new innovation and one that was garnering a lot of positive feedback. Dr. M.G. Davis, the superintendent of Lake Forest Schools, announced that the new plan to provide soup and hot cocoa to students was going very well, though the school board still encouraged students who could do so to eat at home. For those that couldn't, however, in addition to the soup and hot cocoa, milk was available for purchase, and potatoes could be baked, provided that the students brought the potatoes themselves. Though all the children were encouraged to eat in a leisurely manner, those that finished early were allowed to either attend study hall in the library or go outside and play. And given the age groups, those options probably changed. And finally, in 1941, the Peacock Camp group announced the launching of a new campaign to fund new camp buildings at Lake Villa. The Peacock Camp was founded 5 years earlier for young people with physical disabilities to provide them with care during a fun summer vacation. The camp emphasized both physical and mental rehabilitation, establishing a routine of sunshine, rest, good food, exercise, and crafts to nourish both mind and body. Head members of the initiative included Lake Forester Mrs. H. Foster Straw, who was president of the board of directors, and Dr. Theodore Proxmeyer, director of the camp. And there you have it, some stories of change, all positively optimistic, I think, to start off the new year. So stay warm, and I'll see you next month for some stories of February's past.